This is John VDM13. I give you guys an update. It's about, I have no clue. I'm guessing about 7:40 at night because our clock is out, and I don't know. But anyways, it's just not working. First of all, I just want to mention that, Dad, if you're watching this video, our phone hasn't worked for about 3 or 4 weeks. I haven't been able to call you or receive calls. We got rid of our phone, and Mom's got a cell phone, so I don't want you to think I'm mad at you or anything like that. I just haven't been able to call you or receive any calls or anything, so I just want to say that I'm sorry. I'd email you, but I forget what your email really is. I just want to point that out. I'll give you a call once I get my own cell phone, which should be sometime. I don't know when. Mom's talking about it soon, so because I don't really have much money, so we're gonna try and make some kind of plan. But anyways, I just wanted to get that off my shoulder, or off my chest, I mean, and I wanted to give you guys an update on the Yamaha. So I got out here in the garage. I decided to, Kevin, he said to me he didn't want me to put this thing in the garage. He wanted me to keep it outside. Hence my other videos why it was outside. I decided to disobey Kevin of what he said. Well, not really I don't know what you want to say. But anyways, I went against his word and I put it in the garage because he didn't think it was going to fit. And you know what? It fits in here perfect. So I proved him wrong. So anyways, just wanted to give you guys an update on the bike and what I'm going to be doing with it and whatnot. There's a lot of parts on this bike that need to be replaced. One of them is the fork is blown. So I read online that to replace the fork is a lot cheaper than to fix it. So I might replace the fork. The frame, I don't know if you can hear her squealing. Kinda. That's that. It's an air leak. Don't know where it's coming from. But anyways, I made talk before about what I wanted to do with this bike. I wanted to make it into a bobber. Now, I'm gonna talk for a second about this while you guys are looking over it or looking at it. When I say I want to make this thing into a bobber, I want to try and cut the frame so that way it sits kind of slant like that. Now, a lot of people would buy a custom frame that's already made into a hardtail, which is what a bobber is. Me, I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna do this my way. I'm gonna make this bobber into the original frame. How am I gonna do that? Under here is a shock, which is called a mono suspension. Now I take that out and I'll replace it with a steel tube. I do that and I got a straight frame. Now the only other things I have to do, if I can get down, I won't rip my jeans again. Cause you're wondering what I mean by ripping my jeans. I ripped the knee out. But anyways, I gotta cut, oh man, I can't remember. I had to cut from here to up here, and I gotta remove this. I gotta remove that I gotta remove. The pipe I'm gonna cut off from there, and I'm gonna try and get a smaller pipe, which is about the same size round as that. This is a 5-speed, I believe. So it's an electric start. The starter's right there. I really wish it was a kickstart. That'd be a lot easier. But now a lot of people misinterpret this piece here, and they think it's aluminum, which is the you guys know exactly what that is. I stutter. But anyways, a lot of people think it's aluminum. It's not. It's straight steel. They paint it aluminum. I don't know why. They should have painted black, but it looks alright aluminum, I guess. But that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta replace. I had a couple of drinks tonight, to be honest with you guys. Vodka and Hawaiian Punch. I like to treat myself to something, so I had a little too many. I'm a little buzzed. The room is a little spinning, but whatever. Anyways, that's probably why I'm rambling. If I was to do this build, I'd have to take the seat out and replace it with a saddle seat. In case you guys don't know what a saddle seat is, look what's on a bicycle. That's a saddle seat. Like a Schwinn bike, for instance. You look at a Schwinn bicycle, that's a saddle seat basically. Now a lot of saddle seats have springs underneath them. So if I was to do that, I'd have to find a rear fender. Actually, this one has the rear fender, but it's dicked. So I'm not going to bother using that. I'm going to take it out, probably scrap it because it's dented in, so. But I thought I'd give you guys a little update on what's been going on with this bike. I haven't done anything with it really. A lot of stuff is seized up. This is seized, the cable. So I mean, I gotta get a cable. It runs down here. It's all seized up in there. Ooh. It's kind of greasy. It's wet too. Damp. Condensation from being out here. I don't like those odds. I think we should put a dehumidifier or something out here. Or, I'm going to be out here messing around with this. I'll put the heater on. The temperature is out here right now. Focus. Plus 13. But the thing is, that's never right. So, let's go here. So right now it says it's +1 in here. Celsius. Now if you guys are American, you can read that it says about 41, 42-ish. So, that's what the temperature is in this garage right now. I'm Canadian, so I go by Celsius. A lot of older people go by Fahrenheit here, so when I was in school, I learned by Celsius, so it's a little different. Well, that's where my toolkit went. I just wonder where it went. There's a couple of things I do gotta check. I checked before the tank, and I got a suggestion for it. And that suggestion is, I'm trying to dig for my key that's in my pocket. My wallet's in the way. Give me a minute. Yeah, I got an old wallet. That thing's from out west. That thing's from Alberta, by the way. Now, the thing is about this tent. Yeah, you guys can't really see that. Give me a second. Jesus. Good. At least something works around here for once. So, let's check out. It smells like rotten fuel. I don't like that. Okay, so there's some rust spots in here that I noticed. Quite a few. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Take the tank out. When I sand it down and repaint it, what I'm going to do is before I paint it and everything, I'm going to put vinegar and baking soda in the tank, and I'll close the lid. What that'll do is it'll take those rust spots out and it'll almost make it to bare metal. Now it'll make it nice and clean. Now after I'm done that, I'm gonna rinse it out with water and I'm gonna let it sit so it dries. Then it should be almost like a brand new tank inside. That's what I'm gonna do. It shouldn't be that bad. I just wanted to see exactly how much gas was actually still in this tank. And then, there we go. Then work there for a sec. I want to see exactly how much gas is in this tank. And so far, I don't see any. But it smells rotten like you wouldn't believe. So, there's got to be something in there. If it smells that bad. Like, what I mean by rotten gas, I'm going to say 3-year-old gas, 4-year-old gas. Because that's how long this thing sat for. About 3 or 4 years, untouched, unrunning. I don't know if any of you guys watch my videos or not, but it was a barn find. I got it for 50 bucks. So, I'm not really complaining. It's just making sure exactly what all it needs. So, but everything seems like, even the ignition seems to be good. Now, I'm hoping to put fresh gas in it, clean it out. I don't know about oil just yet. What I'm going to do sometime for you guys is I'm going to fire it up, get it running. If it runs like crap, at least I know it runs. And if it doesn't run, then at least I know something's dickered. So, the chances I'm taking out, these tires I thought were original to the bike. I mentioned in a video that they're original. I'm sorry, they ain't. They're from the year 2000. They're 17 years old. They have had some miles on them, but they still got a couple miles left. As you can tell, the treads aren't too bad, actually. They still got, if you look closely, they still got the tits on them a little bit. But you wouldn't wear that out anyways. The tire's a little flat anyways, so... Oh, it's hard. I don't know. I still find it's flat, though. I don't know. Maybe the tire's fine. It looks like it's flat. Maybe it just sits like that. I don't know. Because the back one feels like it's the same pressure. And that's pumped, so I don't know. Well, needless to say, this is going to be one heck of a project. Or a project. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't really care. But anyways, I gotta get a lot of parts. Number one is this one I gotta get, which is the front brakes. Front brakes need to be redone. So does the front brake disc. The back brakes seem to be fine. They're just brake drums themselves. So that they seem to work. You can hear it engaging. So, I moved this thing before in neutral, and I pushed the brakes and they seem to work on the back. But remember, your back brakes are only 30% and your front are 70%. So, for you guys that take off your brakes on your bike, it depends on the bike. This one has that kind of ratio. The one thing I don't like about this bike is the fact that it doesn't have a frame on the front. Basically, what you're looking at right now is engine hang. So that's pretty, I don't know. I just don't like how that looks. But a lot of this bike is going to be tearing apart. Or torn apart, I mean. And I'm going to be getting different parts. Hopefully, someday. Well, anyways. This is John VDM13. Signing off. Take care, you guys.